Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Confetti Conversations, our second ever podcast.
We did it.
We did it.
We did one, and now we're doing two.
And now we're doing two. We made it. We actually have managed to do another one. Please excuse a very needy dog.
Hello.
If you're listening, there is a dog in the picture needing strokes. Anyway, we're going to talk a bit about engagements and engagement parties. And yeah, roll the intro.
Woo. Hello, and welcome to Confetti Conversations,
The podcast where me and my sister talk all things weddings, wedding planning, and married life. Okay, so truth be told, guys, we've just tried to record this.
and it was so boring.
So boring. Just not us. We were trying to be too professional. We're not. We're just not professional. We just wanted to have a chat, and we're trying to make it too structured and just not us.
Yeah.
So round two.
Let's go.
We're just gonna talk about engagements, engagement parties, all things getting engaged.
Yeah.
Obviously we've shared our engagement stories with you, so you know how we got engaged. But we just wanted to talk a little bit more about the process and you know, different things after we got engaged and what sort of happened next, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then talk about our engagement parties, whether they're really necessary or not.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're just gonna have a good old chat about being engaged.
Yes, and a dog.
And right, Doug, you're gonna have to be quiet now.
Just give me a mic, guys. I'll be part of this.
So, first thing I wanted to say to you, actually, I don't know that we've ever had this conversation, but
I'm nervous.
No, isn't it weird when you first have a ring on that finger?
Yeah, and I was so stressed though when we got engaged. I never said this. I probably have said it, but I didn't think my ring was going to fit.
Oh no, we took a ring with us.
But it's still a little bit snug because we put on a bit of a chunk. But excuse me, Doug, sorry. I feel lost when I don't have mine on.
Yeah.
But I felt like my hand weighed about a ton.
Doesn't it feel different? Like the feeling of having a ring on your finger, honestly, to me, was the weirdest feeling.
Yeah.
Because you're not like, I don't know about anybody else, but for us, it's always been you never have a ring on that finger.
Yeah, Mum always told us off. Mum told us it was bad luck.
Yeah, we never put a ring on that finger.
Yeah.
I think the only time I've ever put a ring on that finger is like when I was pretending.
Yeah, same.
I've never generally worn a ring.
That's a lie, actually. I wore my Pandora rings on that finger for a while.
Because that's the one they fit on.
Yes. But when I thought it might get close to me getting engaged, I then stopped because I didn't want to have like a line on my finger.
Yeah.
About where it was. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I never did.
One sec. Okay.
Excuse me, the fiance was just ringing her.
Hung up on him.
Boring.
Bore me load, I've got the ring.
Right, Doug, you're gonna have to lie down now because that's it. Lie down. Sorry,
right in the centre.
He's just hogging the camera.
Okay, bye.
Right, he's going now.
Bye,
so we can actually carry on talking.
Yes.
So for me, I'd never had a ring on that finger.
No.
And it was so weird to me to have one and be like, oh, this is like...
It's a different ring though, isn't it?
And nothing compares to it.
No.
Nothing. But the feeling of having like that ring, the weight of it, not in the fact of how heavy it is, because my ring weighs literally nothing, but the weight of the importance of that ring. Like, I've never had a ring that important to me.
No, I agree.
There is nothing as special as having an engagement ring.
Yeah.
Like that, just the feeling and the sentiment behind it.
Yes. The fact that Ellis went and made that decision to go and choose that ring, Sam did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's special, isn't it?
It is special. It is really special. And then that feeling of, you know, the weeks after you get engaged, it's like, oh, let me see the ring, let me see the ring. And everything you do, you're like just glancing at it. Like I'd be like,
oh yeah, no, I'm at work and because my hand is like out whilst I'm doing the machines, I literally used to catch myself. Well, actually, no, I still do. It like glisten on the light. I'm like, oh, there it is. It's back. It's not gone anywhere, but it's still there.
Yeah.
I think I'm quite lucky actually because my hand is in front of people for work. It sounds weird, but
She's an optician, by the way.
So yeah, because my hand is in front of people all the time.
Yeah.
I get compliments on it all the time.
Yeah, yeah. People are always, I'm sure, recognizing it and being like,
and
ooh.
it's different to having I had my other rings on, my Pandora rings.
Yeah.
People never commented on them.
Yeah.
But I get comments all the time on my engagement ring, which is lovely. And then it's an excuse to talk about being engaged.
Oh, of course.
Like to everyone.
Yeah.
Tell them everything.
And I think you do that, don't you?
Yeah.
When you first get engaged, it's almost like it's your identity. I'm like, I'm engaged, by the way. I don't know if you know, but I'm engaged.
Yeah, this is my fiance.
Yeah. Oh, I hate saying fiance though. I think it's really, I don't know. I used to call him my partner when we were engaged. I found fiance too.
No, I'm like, I am a fiance and that is my fiance.
Yeah.
So I love the being engaged. Like, that is who I am. That is my complete personality.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. No, I would agree. I would 100% agree with you. I loved being engaged, but I just found fiance a really strange thing to call him. Like, I just didn't like. I just don't like the word. I think it is for me.
Yeah.
I just don't love the word. But
I get told off there for calling my boyfriend.
Well, he's not your boyfriend. I used to call Sam my partner, and he was like, "That just doesn't make sense. Like, we just don't sound like partners. Like, yes, we are, but he wanted me to call him my fiance, and I would, but it just, I don't know, just the word to me just didn't roll off the tongue.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
But then you instantly become a bride, don't you?
Absolutely. Bride is my whole personality.
Yeah, white everything.
You had your white wardrobe. Before you got engaged, you said you wanted an engagement party.
Yes.
On the day you got engaged.
I did, yeah, I did.
And in that process, you were like, I want to have a white outfit to turn up to my engagement party.
Yeah, I wanted a white outfit bought for me, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously, because I knew in that time we weren't going to be having that engagement party.
Yeah.
I don't think me and Sam ever really planned a proper one.
No.
We were just getting Jackie and Tony to come, your like mother and father-in-law to come. Yeah. So I knew I'd still had to get you a white outfit. So I was on Boohoo trying to order white outfits for you.
Yeah.
I had to order like a multiple amount so you could try them on and see which ones you liked. But then in the end, you were poorly. We didn't have the proper engagement party.
Yeah.
So you felt rubbish. And then to wear white when you feel rubbish isn't ideal.
I think I put it on for photos. So I put this white sequin like blazer dress on for some photos. But I think I put my pajamas on straight afterwards.
Yeah, we were all dressed up, weren't we? But you had your white outfit from the moment you got engaged.
Oh, yeah. And then after that, I wore white continuously. Like, I bought multiple different wedding outfits for different occasions throughout the whole journey, the planning of being, getting married. From the minute we got engaged to the minute we got married, I had multiple different white or sage green outfits that would work for the whole, like even silly things like setting the venue up. I had a specific outfit I was going to wear for setting the wedding up.
You did, yeah.
And I had like an outfit for the day after. I had multiple white outfits for the hen do. I wore white all weekend. Even my pajamas were white.
Yeah. Everything was white.
But that started
accessories.
All my accessories were white. I got all new luggage.
Yeah.
It wasn't white, but it was, bridal.
Yeah, yeah.
And from the second I got engaged, white was my colour. I'd never worn anything white before.
We were never trusted to wear white.
No, and you've been the same, really.
Yeah, probably less so because I couldn't find anything as nice as what you found.
Yeah.
This year, I've not found nice white outfits. Being 6 foot tall, I don't need it cropped. I don't need it a mini skirt. Over 30, that's not appropriate.
Yeah.
It is quite hard. That's just fashion in general, though, isn't it?
Yeah. A lot of mine came from Vinted. I did get a lot of my stuff from Vinted. I made some bits and bobs that I wanted. Like, I wanted a bride jumper, but I didn't want to spend a fortune on it. So I just got sort of a plain white jumper and put bride on it.
Yeah.
I also made myself a denim jacket, it was a black denim jacket, but it had white writing on the back. Like, I did a lot of recycle, reuse, and a lot of stuff is now getting sold, so that
I've got it.
Yeah. So yeah, and I did a jumper actually for the Christmas before we got married. I had a jumper that said "Last Christmas as a Miss,"
which I've got for this year.
You have, yeah. But anyway, we're off on a tangent talking about clothes. But what we're saying is that our identities became brides the minute we got engaged, didn't it?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
That you're living in that bridal identity.
I love it. I've got 2 makeup bags. What does it say? Bride to be or something, or something like that anyway.
Yeah.
And I found this like box one. I was like, oh, that would be so pretty to have for my makeup because I'm going to do my own for the wedding.
Yeah.
To have it all in there. And then my friend saw it and I spoke to her. I was like, oh, I think I want the bag version so I can have my brushes in it separately or skincare or whatever. And for my birthday, she found it. She was like, I had to buy it you because that is who you are. And then her mum also got me a bride t-shirt.
Yeah.
Because of the same brand, because that's literally who I am.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we live in it though.
Yeah.
And love it. Like, I think for you, you know, take every minute of it and enjoy every second of it, because being a bride is just the best thing ever.
I love it.
Planning a wedding and being a bride is just the best thing, because it's so exciting, and everything, every day you're like, oh, I'm getting married in however many days. Like, it's just the best thing ever.
It is so good. And that kind of going to the engagement parties, it gave us something to plan like straight away.
Oh yeah.
You can't plan a whole wedding straight away.
No.
As much as I think me and you probably could.
We could. Oh, we could have done it in a very little amount of time.
Yeah.
Both of us.
But the engagement party was something you could plan.
Yeah.
Straight away.
Yeah.
But also start celebrating straight away.
Oh yeah. I think that was the biggest thing for us, and hence why I wanted to do my engagement party the day of my engagement, because I just wanted to start the celebrations off straight away.
Yeah.
And we did, because we celebrated at home.
Yeah.
But what I really wanted was like a big party where it's like, oh my God, I'm engaged and everybody I love is here. Like, that's what I wanted. But in hindsight, having 6 weeks between getting engaged and the party meant that we could sort of take it all in.
Yes.
And we could almost feel that elation again at the party.
It was good fun. It was really good fun.
It was good
Ours
fun.
was about 4 weeks afterwards.
Yeah.
And people did say to us, like, oh, why didn't it so soon after? Why didn't you wait? You've not given us enough time. And I'm like, but I want to celebrate.
And I think there's a certain amount of time, you know, I personally think there's a certain amount of time that you can still have an engagement party.
Yeah.
I think, don't get me wrong, if you want an engagement party 6 months after you're engaged, go for it. Like, absolutely. But for me personally, I wanted to sort of keep it close, and I felt like it was going to get to the point where I was like, oh, it's too far ahead now. Like, it's too far. Whereas actually having it just 6 weeks meant that we could sort of relish in all the good bits. And we'd done a fair amount of planning. Same for you, really. We'd booked our venue before our engagement party, so we could talk to people about our venue, what date it was. It was so nice knowing the date of our wedding.
Yeah, and we booked ours the day of our engagement party.
Yeah.
So that morning we went to view the venue.
Yeah.
Went away and had like lunch. I think, in fairness, Ellis, after about 5 minutes of being at the venue, had made his mind up. I'd already been there before as a guest, so I knew I liked it. But Elle was knowing that Elle was sold, that was fine.
Yeah. We will talk about our venues in a separate video. And all that process of finding venues and all that. We'll talk about that another day. But yeah, we both booked our venues before our engagement parties, which meant that actually at the engagement parties,
you could talk about it.
You could talk about when it was going to be, where it was going to be, show people pictures.
Yeah.
And it made it all the more real.
Absolutely.
And it was like, this is just a mini version of what that day is going to be.
Yeah.
And I kept it very much to sort of close friends and family. We didn't open it out very much. We didn't have a massive venue, and it was quite low key. It wasn't, you know, a big party. We didn't do food, anything like that. It was just at a bar. We'd hired a room, and we just had, our close friends and family.
You had a few decorations.
Yeah, we did. So I'd made a few bits. Some of it was like a trial. So I'd made these embroidery hoops with some flowers on them, and they were a trial for my pew ends for the wedding. But I didn't end up keeping them like that. But they were similar, but they weren't like that. So that was just a way, I think, of me making something and being able to get stuck into the creative side of it.
Yeah, you're so creative though,
Yeah,
aren't you?
yeah. And all of the making and the doing was what I was most excited for. And I think not most excited, I was most excited to marry Sam, but you know what I mean.
For the planning.
Yeah. For the planning side, making it was the bit that I really wanted to do. And I
Yeah.
think being able to make something so quickly into the process
Was exciting.
really exciting.
Yeah, and we didn't do it that way. I bought decorations purely because I'm not as creative as you, but also we didn't have the venue until that day.
Yes.
So I couldn't see where things were going to go until that day.
Yeah.
So we bought a lot of decorations like Amazon jobbies, but they were great.
You knew what you wanted though.
Yeah, knew kind of like ideas, but didn't buy anything because we didn't have a venue.
Yeah.
Because you don't know. Because, yeah, no, actually that's venue. That won't go on to that bit.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's good. It was nice and it was good fun. Yours, like you say, more casual. Mine, not necessarily more formal, but we had music on. We put food on.
Yeah.
Slightly bigger venue so we could invite more people.
Yeah.
But actually, I don't know how many more really turned up because we were so excited. It was only 4 weeks' notice. A lot of people were already busy, had plans, so they couldn't come.
Yeah.
Not that they didn't want to come.
No.
They just couldn't make it.
Yeah.
Food we ordered just from Sainsbury's. Didn't do anything fancy.
That worked really well though. So this could be a hack, guys.
Yeah.
So Sainsbury's do sandwich platters.
Yeah.
M&S do it as well. Loads of
Morrison's, I know they do.
Yeah. But you can just order sandwich platters and they are amazing. They're like, the ready meal sandwiches.
Yeah, they're the same thing, I think.
Yeah, the meal deals. Sorry,
Yeah.
The meal deals. I think they are the same sandwiches.
Yeah. And
they just do you these platters and they're so good and they're really reasonable.
You can get like hot food things as well, can't you?
I think so, yeah. I think you can do, I think there is a sushi one.
Yeah, there's sushi or like Indian food.
Yes. Oh,
like
we did do that
and spring
because
rolls
I cooked a load of stuff and brought it with me.
You did.
So you did do some hot foods.
Hot bits, yeah.
And then you did like almost like a
kid's party table.
I was going to say the exact same thing.
We might have been 30, but
it worked really well.
Yeah.
And it was just a snack, really. It wasn't.
Yeah.
You weren't
it was everyone's
catering
dinner.
it.
Yeah.
But it was nice that you'd got food on for people. And a decent bar.
Yeah, it was really good. They were really good service as well.
Yeah.
And the music, we found a DJ online.
Yes.
Wasn't anyone that we knew, but there was a website and I needed to figure out what it was, but you put in your event date, your venue, and then it came up with people who were available.
That's amazing.
It was so good.
Yeah.
And you could put your budget in as well.
Yeah.
And then you got these quotes back from people pretty instantly, to be honest. And that was brilliant service. Really good.
And that worked really well for your venue, having the DJ because it was a bigger place.
Yeah. You couldn't just do a Spotify.
No, we just had a Spotify playlist that was playing and it was fine because ours was in a cocktail bar. So it was
had a bit of atmosphere anyway.
Yeah, that was sort of the vibe anyway. Whereas for yours, actually having the music and having people get up and dance, it did make a difference, and I think it really added to the atmosphere. And they were great.
Yeah, really good.
They were really good, good. And really reasonable.
About £150, I think, for the evening.
I think both of us spent under £500,
roughly,
on our engagement parties.
Which, granted, for some people is a decent chunk of a wedding budget.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like it's something you have to do.
No.
I'm really glad I did it though.
Me too. For me, it kicked off the wedding planning in a really lovely way and made it really real.
Yeah, and exciting.
Yeah.
Really exciting.
And I really enjoyed the fact that we did that, and I think I would definitely do that again. Obviously, I'm not planning on getting engaged again.
Please don't.
But but it was, for me, it was 100% worth it, and I'm really glad I did it.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's not necessary. It's completely up to the individual.
Yeah.
And I think
individuals.
individuals. Sorry, I always think of just me as the bride. I always say my wedding, not our wedding.
Sam.
I know, bless him, he gets really annoyed. But it is definitely up to the couple and how they feel about it. And some people are just like, it's not money we want to spend.
No, not at all.
And I think it is personal. For us, we wanted to start our celebrations early.
Yeah,
and we
same.
wanted to really make the most of that time, because we planned our wedding in 15 months. So I think we got from engagement to wedding was 15 months.
We'll be 17.
Yeah. So we wanted to enjoy the whole process of that and make the most of all of it. And that started with an engagement party for us.
Yeah, absolutely. It was so good.
Yeah.
Both so much fun.
Yeah.
So worth doing for us.
Yeah.
And led on to the next bit of planning.
Yeah, it did. It really did, and sort of opened that excitement and the conversation with people.
Yes,
there was a lot of lots of chat about what we were doing and what was happening and how our planning was going.
Yeah,
which was nice.
Yeah, good fun. Good fun.
And like we said, we had really formal engagement parties, but it's completely up to you what you want to go for. We've had friends that have done we're at a pub, come and meet us, on this day. We're going to all be there for a couple of drinks, please join us. I've had lots of friends that haven't done anything, and it's personal preference. But it's not, engagement parties I don't think are that big, really.
No, they're definitely, I feel like they used to be, but they're not as much of a thing anymore.
It's with the phases, isn't it? Like, you go through sort of cycles of things that people do and then don't do again.
It's funny because I remember Mom talking about engagement parties a lot when we were younger, but then on Ellis's side they were like, well, it always seems very American, which...
Oh, really?
Yeah, and like the fact we could say groomsmen rather than ushers, and having a hen do, all of that kind of stuff, they say is very American. An engagement party was one of it, but
I wonder, maybe it is something that we've sort of adopted. Yeah, I don't know. I've no idea. But for me, it was a non-negotiable. I was having an engagement party.
Same.
But yeah, that was the beginning of our wedding planning journey. That's where we both started, really. Was we'd got bits done before the engagement party, but that was where we really started to ramp it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh.
Jinx. But I think that's everything, really. Talking about engagements. I think that's enough about the engagement. Let's get on to the wedding.
Yes.
So I think next time we're just going to have a bit of a catch up, a bit of a where to begin, where we both began, the things that we started with, where you're up to in your wedding planning. And kind of just go from there, have a little catch up, really, as to where you're up to. And then I think, and then we'll start talking about individual bits that we've done. Perfect. But now we've done engagements. Now it's the wedding planning.
Into the meaty bit.
Yeah, this is what you're all here for. Anyway, for now, I'm Philippa.
I'm Hayley.
This was Confetti Conversations, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.